Hello, it's Crazy Creston. We have something a little different today. This is a time-lapse of a drawing I made on Ibis Paint. It was my first time using the software and my first time making a real digital drawing. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I decided just to do a simple group hug picture of some of my favorites of the IDW comics. I did eventually take Rouge out because she just didn't really fit the vibe I was going for. I just kind of threw her in there. But yeah, I'm really excited about the way this turns out. Amy was so annoying to try and get all her details right. Simply just, like, the dress, everyone draws it differently. Like, every single comic you see, and every animation, it's always drawn differently. Including her hair as well. Some people draw it round, and some people draw it more squarish. I started with more of the squarish, and then eventually I rounded it out. Well, I've drawn most of these characters. This was one of my first times drawing Belle, and I'm really excited, especially how her hair and everything turned out. She's just such a fun character, and I'm just really happy that IDW Comics gave us characters like her. Like, she's just such a fun addition to the cast. If you're wondering, I am tracing over an image that I drew on pencil with colored pencils earlier. I just thought that was the best way to do it. That's what I'm used to. I normally only exclusively draw with pencil, so I just thought that was a good format to start with. Honestly, just all of the Sonic characters are just so fun to draw. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but it's just something about their designs. It's so fun to try and capture the details and get it all to look exact. That's just any characters in general. It's nice to try and get all the details exact and make something that actually looks good. Yeah, at this point, I basically just stopped using the tracing image. I'd pretty much finished the tracing and decided to just use the white screen. For colors, I just started with basic, very basic colors. Not any crazy shading or anything, just trying to get their basic colors down from what they normally are. Shading is a mess. I have no idea who decides what goes which. It's actually really cool though, when you shade something and it looks pretty professional. But yeah, after the basic colors, that's when I started getting a little shade crazy. After recoloring some of Belle's limbs, I just decided that shading looked better. Eventually I did go back and add a black line to the outside to make it all unified. But after doing that is when I kind of started my shading and using different colors, trying to make it look as neat and concise as I could. So yeah, I just did a bunch of shading. I went a little overboard in places, just because it was really cool and I wanted to make it look professional. And this is when I started to make a background. I had no idea what to do for a background. Of course, my inspiration when I draw is the characters, not the scenery. It's not something I normally have to do when I do pencil drawings because no one notices. So I just kind of improvised something with some grass, sky, a little bit of the sun, try to use the neon effect. And then I made some clouds with shading, just try to make it look nice. And finally, after adding a bunch of details and realizing that I forgot to draw Belle's tail and adding that in, I was able to complete my artwork. I'm very happy about how it turned out, and I hope you'll like and subscribe.